This time, she said, "Come to the staircase, 1:30. I have something I want to give you."
The haters, they riding me just like a jockey in Fortnite, but you going back to the lobby, coming at me, suicide kamikaze. Y'all trust your own stuff and I'll be.
Sup, swag knights? Welcome back to another video, and today we are doing another story time. And I know you guys see that the camera quality is different. B, we're in a whole different setting. Here's the deal. This story time that I'm telling is kind of a backstory story time. Like, I'm trying to give you guys, background information because of the fact that the next story time that I'm going to do, the part 2 to the story time, is probably going to be, like, the best story time. But also, the story, like, is going to take a very long time to tell. And for that reason, I'm going to do, like, this as, like, a background just to let you guys know. Because there's 2 separate times that me and this girl went out. And as you guys can tell by the title, it's my first girlfriend story time. If you didn't know that, then what the heck? Why did you just find that out? Anyways, follow me on Instagram. I did a poll, and this is what was the most voted thing. So that's why I'm doing this. So basically, me and this girl went out twice. We're going to call her Ashley for the sake of this video. Yeah, we went out twice. And the first time wasn't really that much. We lasted a month and change. I don't remember how long we were, how much days it was, but we did last like a month. So I just want to tell this story so that you got a background for that. In 2 weeks, I think, yeah, it's 14th. Yeah, in 2 weeks, I'm gonna post the story time of the second time, which is way more story. I remember this time way more. This is kind of like a foggy story for me the first time. But the second time is going to be way better. It's, like, way more interesting. And it also has, like, a tie-in to, like, something that happened, like, a couple months ago. Yeah? Yeah. Anyway, so, basically the story starts in 7th grade. And me and this girl, Ashley, we were pretty cool. And one day, went on a trip somewhere. And as we were all coming on the way home, she takes my phone and she, like, types something out, and, like, she was like, "I got something to tell you," and she was like, and she shows me, and it's like her basically saying she likes me. At the time, I was into somebody else, so I was like, I don't know what to do with this information. I guess I'm flattered or something. But just know, at this time, I was like off of rejection after rejection after rejection. So it was kind of a breath of fresh air to know that somebody likes me or anything. And it's the same thing, like, for everything, like 8th grade. I mean, well, not 8th grade, because we went out in 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, it's a running trend. But anyways, so I was into someone. That person, like, did not like me. That's a whole nother story that I'm not gonna tell. Just know that she didn't like me. She liked someone else, and that's where that story's coming. But Basically, I then, like, I don't know, developed feelings for her. I told her I liked her, and then that was about it for 7th grade. Like, that was it. We ended the school year off, came back 8th grade, and it was, like, a whole different atmosphere. And, like, she and I got, like, closer within the first week of school, granted. And I asked her out. I was like, "Yo, you want to go out?" She was like, "Well, no, hold on. Let me stop lying. Because I know my friends are going to see this video and say you're one liar." So I was too scared to ask her out myself because,
He's a pussy.
Rejection sucks. But yeah, rejection sucks. So I didn't want to ask her out. So I decided to tell my 2 closest friends, David and Tyrese. Y'all know them. I don't need to fake their names because you guys know them. They've been in videos in the past. They said their names in the past. So you guys know them, so I didn't feel the need to do that. So David and Tyrese went to her, asked her, came back to me, said she said and done. Right? Rejection stinks. So basically, I did not want to talk to her because it was like, you just rejected me. Let me get some time. I don't want to talk to you. That's how I used to deal with it. I used to just sit back and not talk, like, said the person. There's only one rejection that's ever stung. And, like, that's not a story I'm telling. Just know I was in class with my hoodie on all day. Very sad. And this happened the day before, too. Like I got rejected the day before. I'm going off on a tangent. But anyways, I got rejected the day before Came to school the next day, not in it. I had my hoodie on. I was like not having it. But anyway, so basically she said no. I seen her like between 5th period and lunch, right? And for all my friends, that's UK. If that's not how your school works, we have 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th lunch for 45 minutes. Every period is 45 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lunch is 45 minutes, and we go 6, 7, 8. Boom. School, U.S. school for dummies. Okay, I'm not calling out dummies, but like you get the gist. Whole UK fan base unsubscribed. But basically they I seen her, and my first thought was I don't want to talk to this girl right now, and she was walking towards me. She wanted to talk to me about it. I didn't feel like talking to her, so I booked it. Like, I don't know why that was my thing. I ran for everything. I ran after my first fight. I ran after this. I ran a lot. But anyways, I'm running. She's fast. She catches up to me, and we start talking about it. And she's like, yo, I don't really want them to know my business or anything. So I said no to them. But to be real with you, I gotta really think about this. I can't just like give you a straight up answer. And I was like, okay, cool. Went our separate ways. I went outside to play football. She stayed inside and went to the library in school. And, you know, I came back up to her to walk her back down to class. And we talked, and she agreed, and she was like, you know what? Screw it. I want to give this a try. I'm going to give you a try. And I was like, okay, cool, dope. So basically the rules were don't tell anyone, you know, let's just see how this goes. That day I decided to tell 2 people.
You literally, what an idiot. How
I know that sounds like I just broke the rules, but it's like these 2 people were like very close to me, and I couldn't just leave them out the loop. So I told one of my best friends, like person I've known since like elementary school, and I told one of my closest friends in 8th grade. So basically after that, I kind of just we kind of just flowed, you know, let the whole relationship go. But the one thing that was killing me about it was I couldn't tell my best friends, like David, Tyrese, one of my other friends. None of them knew, and it's like they're my bros. They need to know these stuff. So like I kept pushing her. I was like, yo, I don't want to rush it. I don't want to rush you. I don't want to put you in an uncomfortable situation. But I feel like my good friends should know. Looking back, that probably wasn't the best thing to do. I should have probably just kept it on the path. But I felt like my friends needed to know like what was going on with me. Especially like if I stopped hanging out with them, or like one day I didn't go anywhere and then they caught me, like I have a lot of explaining to do if they just see me walking around with this girl hand in hand. Like, so I was like, I wanted to tell them. So that's what I did. I asked her, and she came outside with me one day to go play. When I was playing football, she watched me, and very supportive, by the way. So basically that day, as we're walking inside, like away from my friends, she goes, yo, can you meet me in this staircase at 1:30? I know, right? A little middle schooler like me going in a friggin' staircase with some girl sounds fishy. Nothing happened.
Why you always lying? Oh my god.
Anything I want, nothing happened in that staircase. Here's what happened. 1:25 comes. Teacher, can I use the bathroom? Get out the class, go downstairs. See her. I actually saw her. I was gonna go up without her, but she left the same time I left, and my friend thought that she was going to talk to me because he thought that we were gonna start going out that day. We were already out for what? Roughly almost a week, right? So she goes, we see each other, and I was like, oh shoot, that's funny. I was just about to go up, and she was like, yeah, we're going up. We went up to. So here's the thing about this staircase. It was like a little small, secluded staircase, and my middle school had 2 schools, and it was a charter school, and then it was my school, and the area where we were in between the 2 schools. So So basically, nobody would have came up, nobody would have went down, because it was like the only time that school ever went down was like recess and lunch, and this was like perfectly in between the time. It's like she knew what she was doing, which kind of alarms me now. Why did I not realize that she picked such a certain time? I'll be up by 1:30. I was like, okay, cool, 1:30. What's up, right? So we're up there, and I'm like, and I don't know, we just were talking, like, I was like, she was like, do you really want to tell your friends? And I was like, yeah, I feel like they should know. He's like, matter of fact, I was like, yo, you should just let me tell my friends. It's not that big of a deal, right? And then, like, that was then she kissed me on the cheek. That was, like, the first time, like, a girl's ever, like, kissed me on the cheek. Yeah, that's correct. That was the first time a girl's ever kissed me on the cheek, or kissed me, period. So, and, basically, she's like, you know what? Go ahead, tell your friends, let them know what's up, right? And I was like, thanks. I'm gonna go do that. I seen them, let them know, and we were all on the same page, right? So the next week, there was a girl in the school, and this was around the 2-week period, not exactly the 2-week day, because I missed that day of school, or I think I got hurt, and I wasn't there for it. One of those two things happened, and there was this girl, and she was talking like mega crap about my girlfriend. She was like, oh, she's such a hoe, she's been around the block, she's done this and that. And I'm like, yo, like, come on, man, that's my girlfriend, don't say that, that's mean, right? So basically, I guess, I don't remember how she found out. I think one of my friends told her what was going on, like somebody was talking crap, just so she can go like talk to the guidance counselor or like the dean or something to figure something out. And also they mentioned that I had her back heavy, which like, that's what I should have done. Like I should have said that, should have done exactly what I did. There was nothing like new about that. So around that time, I think it was between 2 weeks and 3 weeks, that she asked me, she was like, we went outside again, and staircase 130, staircase at 130 went out. She went up. This time, she said, come to the staircase 130, I have something I want to give you.
Hell no, to the no, hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, hell no.
Oh my gosh. That was literally like, I was like, yo, what the heck is about to happen up in the staircase? I don't know what's about to go on. And like, so I was like, okay, cool, whatever. I go up, and like, she's like, oh, close your eyes. I ain't closing my eyes. What you think this is? I ain't closing my eyes. Like, you know how much things happen to people who close their eyes? I'm not closing my eyes. So I'm like, yo, like, we just started going out. I don't want to close my eyes. I don't trust you like that yet. Chill. We not at closed eyes level. So calm down. And she's like, oh, come on, just trust me. And I was like, no, I'm not closing my eyes. And then she goes, this is the weirdest thing I've ever heard. She goes, I was going to give you something. I left it in the classroom. I don't know what she was going to give me. I don't know. Don't leave comments. Don't leave comments trying to ask what she was going to give me. I don't know what she was going to give me. But she had a gift. She had something for me back in the classroom. I know dang well she ain't got nothing in her bag. So I know what she was about to give me. Alright? Keep it like that. Right? So she's like, oh, I left it in the classroom. Can you just close your eyes, please, right? And I was like, alright. I closed my eyes. I was like, okay, fine. I was like, fine. Look, I was missing like most of class right now. I think it was like 1:40 by this time. So I was like, okay, whatever. Close my eyes, right? And then she kisses me, like lip on lip. Why did I say it like that? Yes, she kisses me like 3 times. And I'm like, okay. I was like, what was that for? She was like, that was for having my back. And I was like, yeah, I don't think. Right? So, me being the little, the kid I was like, yo, she's moving like quite too fast. This is like, we're in between 2 and 3 weeks, right? And mind you, this is my first relationship. So it's like, I don't know what to expect out of a relationship. And like, I kind of knew the basis was like a hug and, you know, all this stuff, right? Hug and like, we're gonna kiss on the cheek. And it's like, it's 2 weeks. So it's like, I'm not expecting like full on action, right? right? So it's like I'm like, okay, you're moving. I told her, I was like, you're moving a little bit too fast. Maybe we can save the actual kissing thing for 1 month, right? So the second week, the day of our second week anniversary, I missed. I got hurt and I had to go home that day, so I didn't really get to spend that much time with her. Then the third week, I missed school entirely because I think I was sick or something. I missed a lot of school in middle school, but it wasn't like enough to make me not graduate. It was just a lot. But anyways, so so I came to school on the day after. It was a Friday because our anniversary was a Thursday. It's a Friday, and she's like, "Yo, it was her and one of my friends walked up to me like, oh, you can't be missing all these days, you can't be missing all these anniversaries." And I'm like, yo, honestly, you need to chill, because like, I'm sick, I'm not feeling well, I can't come to school. I hit my head like 2 weeks ago. I can't come to school. Like, I mean, I can't stay in school. Because like, the school's concussion protocol was, you hit your head, you're going home. Don't stay here, right? So they were like super pressing about like, don't miss school, right? And from then it kind of went downhill, because it was like, she would get mad because like, I like to be outside, right? But the thing, like, I like to go outside during lunch, and she liked to stay inside. But the thing with that is, I don't want my friends to ever think that I'm like all so much into a girl that I forget about them. I hate people like that. I really do. Like, I am currently in a situation where a person is so whipped about a girl that they forget about their friends. Like, forget about me in general. And I don't want to. I never wanted to be that type of person. I don't like being that. I don't like people who are that type of person. So I did not like that. I did not like her trying to be mad at me. I told her straight up. I'm like, yo, just because, like, I understand that in a relationship you got to be committed to the other person, but then at the same time, I have my bros, and like, before she knew me, before I knew about her, we were back in 6th grade. Like, my bros and I were in 6th grade hanging out. 6th grade playing football. It continued to 7th grade. Me and one of my best friends, between 7th and 8th grade, we were between 7th and 8th grade, we were hanging out outside of school. I'm not about to give up. And plus, I learned. I once did something so stupid. My friend stopped talking to me. We almost had like a whole argument. I understand that you can't do stuff like that. Like, your friends are your friends, your girlfriend's your girlfriend, but you also cannot, like, you can't quit doing what you used to do with your friends, unless it's like something like that's literally impacting the relationship. But I'm going outside and playing football. Come on, sis. You can't do that. That's me. Like, I love my friends. They're awesome. So don't tell me that I can't do that. I can't go outside and play football. She's like, oh, you don't hang out with me as much during lunch. You don't hang out a lot. And I'm like, yo, you literally cannot be mad at me. Right? She was like, don't get mad. I was like, don't get mad at me. It's not that serious. And I remember, like, now I recorded the Storytime twice, guys. And the first time I was missing a lot of details, and now I'm remembering stuff. So I remember there was this one situation where she thought I said something like, oh my god, I remember finally. So basically, remember I told you guys that there was this girl talking crap about my girlfriend, right? The girl decided to tell my girlfriend, and this was around, like, we got to 3 weeks, I think we got to a month, and we were going cool, and then all of a sudden, this girl is like feeding this stuff into the girl. Mind you, she was the one talking a major crap about her. Like, oh, I don't like her. She's a hoe. She's a thought. She does all of this. And I was the one having her back. So now I am hearing that this girl is telling my girlfriend that I was talking a lot of crap about her. Like, oh, I was calling her a hoe and all that stuff. Why would I do that? I'm going out with the girl. If I was calling the girl a hoe, that don't make no dang sense. Like, now that I'm remembering it, I'm heated, like, just thinking about why that happened. And she walked up to me during my football game and is like, yo, were you talking crap about me? I was like, are you serious? Is this what you're trying to come and say now? I was talking crap about you? Really? This is what you're going to say to me? Right? Right? So I'm like, yo, you're really bugging right now, because why would I be talking crap about you? Like, you're my girlfriend. I can't be someone's girlfriend and then call her a hoe and all that stuff. That two things don't add up. Like, that's what a bad boyfriend would do. I'm a good boyfriend. Like, I think people would disagree. But anyways, like, she was like really pushing that I was talking crap, and I'm like, this girl was the one talking crap about you, and we were clear about this. Why are you thinking that I'm talking crap about you? That makes sense, right? And so she and I walk upstairs, and I'm about to go to class, and I'm really upset, because I was like, really, you're really gonna sit down here and tell me that you think I'm talking crap about you, but we're together, and we made this pretty clear that this girl was the one talking crap. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I mean, I didn't really mean to hurt your feelings or like say that you were talking crap about me. I just heard this. And I was like, okay, first of all, stop it. You're not saying sorry because you feel bad. You saying sorry because I'm mad at you and you realize you're wrong, and like, you're not really genuinely sorry, because you just sat down here and got mad at me over that bullcrap, and you believed her. And that was what's pissing me. That was what was pissing me off, because it's like, you know this girl doesn't like you. You know this girl is talking major crap about you, and you sat down here, let her say these stuff, let her say that, and you sat down there and you believed her. And I was like, yo, that's messed up. How could you believe her over me? And it was like, and so I stopped talking to her. Like, we didn't break up fully, but I stopped talking to her, because it's like, if you can't realize that you done some dumb crap, because it's like I like to think that I'm like a very like honest person in most cases. There's times has changed, and I do things differently than I've done back then. But when I'm really committed to being someone's friend, when I'm really committed to someone, like when I'm really committed to dating someone, well, I've only been in like three relationships, and one of those don't even count. So when I'm committed to like when I'm really close with someone, I will never do stuff like that. That's so messed up. It's
5 o'clock.
Yeah, I get it, computer. To pretend to be cool with somebody and just talk crap behind their back, I don't appreciate that type of behavior. That type of behavior is fake, and I don't like fake people. I don't like it. So like hearing her like take her side, I think it like really got to me, and I was like, yo, you're bugging. So I stopped talking to her. And one day she comes up to me after I'm going to my steel pan class. You know, I'm about to go rock out. And she's like, oh, you not gonna say nothing to me? I was like, no, I'm not gonna say nothing to you. You just sat there and you sat here and you believe the girl that's talking crap, and you know damn well that I was not saying anything about you. That's messed up. How could you do that to me? That's not cool, right? Like, I held that, bro. I held that for like what? We hit a month. And we hit a month and a week, and I wasn't talking to her. Like, that whole time. It was a month and the day we hit a month and a week was the day we got in this argument. And I was like, you believed her, and you know damn well she didn't like you. You know damn well that I was the one having your back from the get-go. So I don't understand how you could sit down here and just say all this stuff. Like, I don't understand that. That's not cool. We're supposed to be dating, right? We're supposed to be cool, right? So why are you sitting out there and taking her side when I'm supposed to be the one that you're supposed to take the side? That doesn't make sense to me. That's not fair to me. So she's like, oh, you gotta understand what's going on. She said this and that. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense though. Like, this is why I'm not talking to you. This is why I don't have nothing to say to you. And she was like, oh, so do you want to break up then? I was like, yeah, I want to break up. I don't want to talk to you no more. And I walked off, and I was like, oh, I told my friends, I was like, yo, I walked into my friend, and I was like, yo, we're done. I just broke up with her. We're done. We broke up, right? And they were like, oh, good job. Because, like, everybody understood that situation, and everybody was like, yo, bro, that's messed up. But, yeah, that was the first time we went out. There's a second time, but that story time is not today, and it's, like, way cooler stuff in that story time. So if you guys are pumped and hyped for that story time, make sure you hit the like button down below. Subscribe and turn notifications on so that when I drop that story time, you guys are right there and you guys can watch it, be one of the first ones to watch it, and give opinion on it. I'm so smart. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Swag signing out. Peace. Love you guys.